close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on.
Hey, this is Laura Kravitz. After graduating from a prestigious business school, Laura Kravitz accepted a job at Madison, Jones and Conklin, a medium-sized firm that did accounting and consulting projects for corporate clients. Laura felt confident about her qualification. The other team managers seemed to respect her, and clients were happy with the projects she managed. With this record of success, Laura hoped to eventually become a partner in the company. However, as the only woman manager in a male-dominated company, she knew that there would be some obstacles to overcome. Laura felt that some of the senior managers were very conservative and didn't accept her as an equal. In the planning meetings, these managers were often inattentive when she spoke and seemed unreceptive to her suggestion for improvement. Moreover, she didn't feel accepted into the informal network of relationships that provided opportunities to interact with senior managers. She didn't like to play golf and wasn't a member of the exclusive golf club to which many of the male managers belong. She wasn't invited to the most of social activities hosted by senior managers for friends and select members of the company. Laura also felt that the assignment of project was biased. The high-profile projects were always given to the male managers. When Laura asked her boss for more challenging projects, she was told that the older clients usually prefer to deal with men. Laura feels so frustrated by the apparent glass ceiling at this company. After another year with little improvement in how she was treated, finally, Laura decided to resign from this company. With two friends from graduate school who also felt unappreciated, she formed a new company and served as the CEO. In a relatively short time, this company became highly successful.
it's pretty clear that what the author is talking about is gender bias. We call it gender bias, where individuals and management within a corporation feel that people are more or less capable dependent upon whether they're male or female. That's pretty clear in the article. The root cause of gender bias is found in belief systems. You understand what I mean by belief systems, right? Systems where people hold certain beliefs to be true with or without evidence. Certainly there would be evidence, for example, to say that most females would not be capable of working at a job that requires them to lift 100 kilos every day, because most of you weigh 45, 50 kilos. It's not really that's a physical thing, and there might be some limits to that. But whether or not somebody is a good manager or not has really nothing to do with gender. So what's required in the organization is a culture change, and it's a change in the belief system of those of the organization itself, what it says that is acceptable to believe or not to believe in the organization, but also there needs to occur a change within the individuals in the organization. If you do nothing, which is a decision, then you wind up with the situation not changing. If you complain and say that it is gender bias, then you may be perceived ungratefully by the organization as a complainer. And that's why gender bias within an organization is such a difficult thing to solve from the bottom up, from the individual up. Really the only solution to the problem is that the company has to make a change in its corporate culture about what it's going to accept. I think you see this in many kinds of consulting firms, like law firms, not so much in large accounting firms, but in what we call these partnership kinds of firms where they've been around for maybe 100 years. They're family owned, meaning like a lot of law firms, their father started it, grandfather started it. And this belief system that women, for example, don't make good lawyers or don't make good account managers has been perpetuated over generations, and the only way to change that is to either change it from within, meaning that somebody in the leadership has to make a decision to change it, or then in the United States, for example, where gender bias is illegal, then take them to court.
Laura must discuss with the supervisor or maybe with the superior, with the people in charge of this company, to treat her equally, not based on her gender but on her performance. Yeah. And the president of this company should also treat their employee equally, not based on the gender but based on the performance. So every employee must be treated equally and giving fair rewards for each employee based on the performance. I think that must be the situations that must be available in this company.
That is about culture, yeah. Culture develop the language of the society, of the community. Why they separate the gender, male and female? This is the obligation of female, and this is obligation of male. That is culture, and the culture they make kind of regulation, a rule that this is only for male, so no place for female. But for how to develop the organization, this is organization, yeah, especially business organization. There is a place that should be also a female in that kind of activity. And from psychology side, female more how can I say that? Female more adjust to kind of adjust and easily to influence to others about how to develop the activity and the organization to be more positive. Women is really strong than men. Women can not attack. Women can have the activity of like men. Men, they cannot take place of the woman. No.
We are from Winsteel. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah. Tutup nih gini.